The fiscal court's got to provide foundation for job growth, the planning and development of infrastructure and the environment which encourages job creation. We have to, involve the state economic development staff, as well as we have to allow incentives to attract new business and also to expanded business. We have to get out here and look, talk to these people that's been in business 20, 30, 40 years and ask them how can we help them if there's any way. Because as I've said before, expanding the business out there increases our tax base, and we don't definitely want any tax increases. What some of the tools we have is water, the river port, the use of our waterway, the Ohio River, the expansion of the airport, air travel. I think we need to continue marketing our agriculture business. That's a big important factor in Davis County. It's probably the I believe second or third highest dollar marketing or bringing the dollars in the state of Kentucky in this area right here. So I've been in business for 26 years and I've created thousands of jobs during that time. And we need to continue increasing our skilled workforce, and that's a big key to you wanting to keep our young people here in town, and that's real important to me is keep my family here.
You mentioned as a private businessman, you've created thousands of jobs. A lot of times you'll hear candidates say, if I'm elected, I'll create jobs, I'll bring jobs to this community. What can an elected official do to create jobs in this community?
Well, for myself, just like I want to talk to business owners and some plant managers as well as working with EDC. I want to talk to them myself and see what their needs are and how they can be helped. For me, for Consolidated Mechanical, when we go out and we get a job, it's not just for us. We hire a lot of subcontractors. That creates a lot of jobs. Now, I think we'll find in the next year or two, there's going to be thousands of construction jobs here and not in a very low percentile of permanent jobs. So we got to continue this construction. It brings a lot of money in here, as well as finding those full-time permanent jobs, and also finding a way that we can help a person who wants to start a business. And the banks has got to get involved with that, because a lot of times they'll go and ask for maybe a line of credit to get a business started, and their comment will be come back in 6 months. Well, if you could operate in 6 months, you may not need that line of credit. So we have to be able to do that, to offer them something, and especially maybe through information, talk to experienced people who's been there, done that, and can help guide them.
You raised a good point about the jobs being created, the construction jobs, the subcontracting, and so forth. What's your thoughts on? I know there's a fine line when there is a government project as to whether you accept the lowest bid. Do you put guidelines in there that give preference to local companies? When we have these construction jobs that involve public dollars, whether it be the U.S. Bank building, which I know is a city project, or the convention center, should preference be given to local companies, or should fiscal court just look at whoever submits the lowest bid?
Well, some agencies will have a 5%. We'll call it a fudge factor that they may give that to that local contractor. Comment I have about out-of-town contractors versus local contractors. For us, if we were just limited as local contractors, we wouldn't have any work here. Most of our large percentage of our work is out of town. We would like to get to work here, but unfortunately, you do have to be low bidder. And what I would like to see is that the enforcement of these out-of-town contractors to work as many local people as possible, because those dollars is going to stay here. The out-of-town contractor, his profits, he'll be taking those back home with him. And every day we get asked, about it gets hard on us. I mean, we want to give all we can give to any agency or anybody, and so the out of town contractor doesn't really, probably is not hit on, and so and I know you cannot, you may can ask them would they contribute, whether they will or not, I just don't know. But like I say, it's nice to have work here in town, but for our company, we've just had to travel, and maybe to another county, maybe Hancock County or Murray, Kentucky, et cetera, Bowling Green, so don't think that that you'll ever see it the day that it would be local contractor or nobody.